we're gonna do this quest that I never did. Because I just never did it. Why? Because I don't know why. I just didn't do it. So we're gonna, since I wanted to film Natlan, and I still haven't done this quest, you get to watch me do this quest too. Ah! Hello, Catherine.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your
us.
names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
I've never heard of that classification before.
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting.
Then what is it?
All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Then why is that a thing that I can or we can only
Then why
do?
did you say we were the only ones for the job?
Yeah, anyone
I
can...
came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago.
So this person's been missing for a while.
It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure.
Oh, so they're
despite
just
attempts by
failures.
several accomplished and renowned adventurers.
Maybe they're just
With the
dumb.
reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Well, that's us for sure.
Buddy will get you everywhere with Paimon.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot.
Okay.
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for?
And this person
And
could
what
just
is
be
it
missing
about this
forever.
commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing.
Rip.
But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all.
But Catherine
Could it be
just
some
said
sort
that
of a
this
prank or something?
person has a
Unlikely.
appearance.
Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere.
No, it was just a.
It certainly didn't seem like
it
a
was
joke
just
to
a
them.
very giant,
Besides,
elaborate
Putting up a
prank.
commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
They did it for the memes. True, that would be a little strange.
In any case,
You don't know
it
what
would
people
probably
will
be
do.
best
They're
to go
dumb.
to Vimara Village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
All right then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Yeah. Bedtime story. Now I'm gonna go take a nap. It's called bedtime story, so I'm just gonna go take a nap. Take a nap.
We made it to Vimara Village!
Yeah, 'cause I can
Why don't we
teleport.
talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy?
But I don't wanna.
If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
But what if I don't wanna? Okay, I'll talk to people. Only for you, Paimon, though.
Hello there. You looking to buy something?
No.
I do business in this area.
We're looking for a
Oh,
missing man.
no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara Village.
We're looking for a missing man.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all.
Yes, we are aware that
To
we
be
are
honest,
the
we aren't
first.
holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us,
And then
only
they
to leave
fail.
soon after with nothing to show for their efforts.
Soon,
We've
then
pretty
they
much
may
had
be
it up to
trying.
here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues.
Rip.
But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
Catherine just said that they don't know his name.
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Maybe he
Okay.
moved and just
Guess
didn't
you're
tell
really
anyone.
sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
Is there anything else you could tell us?
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know? We just don't know the
What if?
specifics.
Hear me out.
Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone
He
by now.
moved and didn't care to say bye to anyone.
At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
The logical
Alright,
conclusion
specifics
could be
aside then,
that he
what
moved
kind of person
and
was he?
didn't tell you.
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand.
Do you know what he looks
I
like?
chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one
Is he a
occasion.
giraffe?
Very interesting guy,
He
that
stuck
one.
out his neck like a
Now
giraffe.
that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him.
But you don't know
We
his
wouldn't
name?
have issued that commission otherwise.
No one knows his name?
There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad
He
happened.
just
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
Exactly, Paimon.
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye.
You don't know that.
And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
He could be magic.
Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Oh yeah, we love this guy, but we don't know his name. Maybe we should ask people like, what he looked like. That'd probably be helpful. And that'd probably get us somewhere. Might not be close, but it'd be something.
Is that guests I hear?
No.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts.
Do you know his name?
Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Yeah, you know
Of
anything about
course.
him?
I'm
What he
happy
looks
to
like?
help any
Or
way I
if
can.
You actually know his name?
With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance.
That's not helpful.
But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would
Okay.
often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to
He
say.
opened his ears.
As the village chief,
Like
I
opening
owe him
them.
many thanks.
Like a
Helping
door.
villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow.
Do you know
He
his
seems
name?
like such a nice and gentle
Do you
person.
really not know his
No wonder his
name?
disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family
Yeah,
situation,
where
right?
did he live? What house did he live in?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No
guys
matter how you
suck.
look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come.
Or you guys
Perhaps
are
my
just
age really
dumb.
has caught up with me this time.
Maybe you're just
Ah,
dumb.
it's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll
Yes,
figure
there is.
something out.
How are we supposed to find this man if we know nothing about this man? We don't even know what he looks like. Does anyone know what he
Well,
looks
Traveler,
like?
what do you think?
This is a lost cause. There's probably more to this case than meets the
I
eye.
think so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his
Plot
family
twist,
or
it's
where he lived.
Scaramouche.
It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
He's someone who only exists in people's memories.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased necessarily, but more like he never existed to
He's
begin
not real.
with?
Everything is a lie.
Okay,
He's
Paimon's
fake.
gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
Mm-hmm. Could it be like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Like some sort of mass altercation of people's memories? Or like Scaramouche, because no one remembers the Scaramouches.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
No.
You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
No.
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
No, we weren't.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission.
Well, I give up. Now they're gonna
My name is
cancel.
Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
We'll certainly try our
Yeah,
best.
no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
Do you know what he looks like?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Do you know what he looks like?
It's all thanks to Lesser Lord Kusanali that I now enjoy good health.
Okay, good for you. Random dude. I have arrived.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep.
Wow, a tree.
I know it doesn't look like
Yes.
much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories.
What does this have to do with
We
the
used to
missing guy?
always sit together under this tree
Oh.
and talk.
That's what this has to do with the
Sometimes
missing guy.
we would look up at the clouds in the sky or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been.
Okay.
I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was
Orphan.
surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
Rip.
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all.
Rip.
Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
Relatable. I think I get what you mean.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
I wish to have someone like that, a family member that I could talk to no matter what.
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky.
Now he's the enemy.
When it comes to our missing villager, well... I guess you could say that to me. He felt
He's
like
just,
both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really
He's
understand
just part
me.
of the abyss.
No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to
I
him.
gotta fight him.
He was so
I don't wanna
thoughtful and
fight him.
pure and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me.
Nah, he's the final.
Ever since he disappeared,
Ether's
there's
the
been so
final
much I
boss.
wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow. You two must have been really close.
No.
Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
Do you know his name?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village.
Like what?
He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore.
They're dead. He's also an orphan. Rip.
I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away.
Well, I
and
think
I didn't want to pry.
I think that means they're
Still
dead.
not much to go off of.
So I'm going with orphan.
Look at
Orphan
me,
pals.
talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it.
You helped
I'm
him.
sorry I wasn't more help.
I thought you were done. You helped us understand him
The
better.
last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Huh, come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the
That's
same
not how
position
time
in the
works.
sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
It's always the same time of day. Based on what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. What Atosa just told us about time could be the clue to unraveling this whole mystery. Hilly Churls.
Hey, look at those hilly churls over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
They're dancing. ... Abyss Mage.
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Ether, who did you kidnap? Kidnapped. Ether, who did you kidnap?
Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
No. You can't tell me what to do, Paimon. Where?
Silence!
Die! Die, Abyss Mage! Oh. There's more.
Down! Deflect!
Barbados, guide us.
Let the mighty be humbled!
I'm...
Bow your head.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
Run? Run would be what you should do.
It was no trouble.
What is the Abyss Order doing around here?
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vilmara village have been a lot more active lately. They
Brother,
seem
who did you
agitated
kidnap?
and would often
Why
attack
did you
anything in
kidnap
sight.
someone?
Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved.
Maybe Ether
Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara Village
Missing
just in case.
person is
If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers.
He was kidnapped. The guy was kidnapped by Ether. This is what happened. That's what I'm going
Wait
with.
a second.
Tell me otherwise.
The person, it's Dainslev!
Dane. Hi, Dane. Why are you setting off firecrackers? That was not what that was.
Ah, it's you two.
Hi.
Oh, a friend of yours?
Yes.
Well, I'll leave you all to it then.
Okay, bye-bye.
I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. Well, see you later.
Bye-bye.
Yep, see you later, Atosa! Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
Yes.
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter.
Lies.
As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
That were poofed when we appeared.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
I'll admit we ran into them on accident.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place.
Well, someone's been
The
kidnapped.
Abyss Order is most
by
certainly planning
Ether.
something in this
I'm
area.
just gonna say this person was
Or
kidnapped by
worse.
Ether.
Their plan could already be in motion.
I'm just gonna go with Ether
So
kidnapped
you think
someone.
the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand,
No, I
I
don't.
highly doubt that
Paimon.
is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilly trail activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to
Of course,
accomplish.
the hilly trails are because of the Abyss
Still,
Order.
the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should
Eh,
stick
they're
around for a while and protect the
fine.
village, don't you think?
Fine.
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Well, let's see what more we can learn about from the villagers.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
Yeah. You return to gather intel based on the you've learned the question. I can't read it fast enough. Oops. Let me check on that.
Ah. So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara Village.
Yes.
Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear.
Ether
It
kidnapped
appears
them.
all we have by way of clues
That's
is
the most
increased
plausible
hilly trail
answer.
activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
How about until you promised me?
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I want to have faith in him.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable
kidnapped
damage has
someone.
not yet been done. The
Kidnapped
sinner
him.
you wish
He
to know
kidnapped
about,
the missing person.
his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation.
Rip.
His name is Vedderfolnir,
Zahua.
the Visionary.
His name is
I'm
Hua.
loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Your brother?
What really happened back in Condria back then?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Canria. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedderfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertalogi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rarier. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names.
Are not going to stay in my brain.
One day,
they were too
I shall have my
brain.
vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhyndaughtr is the one who created Albedo.
It is?
Sertology is Skirk's master.
It is?
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vetafolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clothar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Somehow, everything is connected. If that's true, then the stone slates we found in that ruin in Fontaine, the ones that outlined Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely... doing as well.
They were once people of great esteem in Khaenri'ah. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. The 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world.
Yay,
So they became
destroying
sinners,
the world!
but also transcendent beings,
Yippee!
each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. And for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
And then my brother came into contact with your brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
Must be hard to talk about all this, but thank you for telling
Of course.
me.
As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers!
I
Weren't they
don't.
trying to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to
Dane, I
keep
don't
moving
find you
forward.
talking
There are
boring.
many
I'm just
signs
tired.
pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our
It's too
most
late for us.
pressing
We're all
concern
going to die.
is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far,
Kidnapping.
I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
It's
The ley
kidnapping people.
lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes?
No.
I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
And one of the things that flow through the ley lines are our memories.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
Memories, ley lines, the loom of fate, the missing person that doesn't seem to exist. What's the connection between all this?
It's certainly possible.
Let's become detectives again.
I'll join your investigation
Or-
tomorrow.
We were lawyers. But
This
we're
missing
basically
persons case
detectives.
could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these
Let's
mysteries.
be detectives
Well, if we're
again.
teaming up with Dane again, we're
Yay.
gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
These people just stand there for eternity. Because this is a video game. And they don't move for some reason.
Oh, so tired.
Come on, you
I used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
I didn't sleep well either.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Let's find Dane. Dane is that way. I'm stuck! Dane! Just go over and just shove him off. Just go.
Dane?
Push.
Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over
I
here?
think he's ignoring you. I think he's ignoring you, Paimon.
Did something happen?
Go over to him and push him off. What's wrong, Dane?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
We haven't been given a description, so we don't know what they look like either.
Young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
That's all we've been given.
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories of him.
Dane, you're being affected by the ley lines.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
Dane, do you sleep?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories.
Okay, you
memories
do sleep.
That suddenly
I don't
appeared
know
in
why.
my
You
mind
just seem
after
like
I woke
someone
up.
who wouldn't sleep.
And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Well, what exactly did you remember?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed.
Nah, definitely doesn't.
And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
How is that even possible?
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all.
Maybe this man is not real.
But why would he do something like that?
To troll everyone. It really was a prank.
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They
Just
haven't
eat it.
stopped searching for
That's
it.
not a thing you
I
can
am
eat.
the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
Is the guy still safe?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the Eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the Eye is still in our possession.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
Sure? Question mark. Ah. But what if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone is on our tail, aren't we just exposing the eye's location? Maybe that's the reason the Abyss Order implanted that memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye's location. Given what I know of him, though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. Seems like he might already have a plan. Lead the way,
Of course.
Dane. That's not what I wanted. Adventure with Dane. Yeah.
The wind rises.
No, it doesn't. Hello. Dane.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Nah, let's not do that.
Traveler, wait.
Yes. You good, Dane? You good, bud?
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Are you okay? What was Dane going to tell me just now? That the moon is made out of cheese.
Hey, wait up!
So he was gonna tell you that the moon's made out of cheese. Is this gonna be like a domain? Or am I just gonna stand here while he does stuff? Because if I'm just gonna stand here while he does stuff, then that's fine. But if this is gonna be like a domain, I need to go heal. I think I need to go heal while Hatham. I kinda need that. Nah, I don't need all Hatham, who's my main. It's not like I need that or anything. No, that's not what I want. I don't know what
I'll take care of
I
this.
don't know what his HP is at. Okay, he's full. Now I have to walk all the way back over there. Yay. Damn, no, that wouldn't be a good idea, because then you're asking for someone to find it. Like, dang, why can't you put it into a teleporter? But that would be dumb if you did. Boing. Nah, dang. Keep the valuable artifact that you don't want anyone stealing in a very noticeable spot that everyone can find it in. It's a great idea. It's a great idea. I don't have anyone electro or pyro on my team. Hello? This place just reminds me of, like, the chasm. Because aren't these rocks in the chasm? This place reminds me of the chasm, and I do not like the chasm. Why did it do the resurrection door thing again? Hello? Oh. Die!
Settle down. Scanning.
Oh, bye-bye.
Bow your head.
Oh, there's one.
Scatter.
Die!
Silence.
Oh, how dare you?
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
What? A mechanism? Mechanism. Whee! Where are we going, Dan? I don't know where we're going. I can't climb walls. It wants me to go. Oh. I'm just blind. Or I'm just not paying attention. Secrets? No secrets. Oh, there's a chest. I almost walked right by that. That's not what I wanted. Interact with the chest! Is this the mechanism thingy you want me to interact with? No, you didn't see this before, but open the door, please. Oh, I have to fight you. do not want to fight you. Why did the music change?
The tides beckon. Bow your head. Sight clear. Breaking new ground.
Rude.
I've been through worse. Come at me. Silence.
I've got way too many of you for Scaramouche. And commissions. Mechanism thingy. Cutscene? We'll need dual flip. She did not dual flip. Whee!
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Click. Click.
Here you are.
That's not what I want. Click. Click. Where's the... Where's the...
Ah, the door's open.
Oh.
Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
I thought there was supposed to be this one. And another resurrection door thingy. Hello? Any enemies I have to beat up? Any chests in secret places that are hiding from me? I just want your treasure. Wait, so this is Dane's secret hideout for his stuff. With me opening treasure chests, does that mean I'm just stealing from him? Sorry, Dane. I do not mean to commit theft. But I do want the treasure.
Looks like we can't go any further.
There is a statue. This is the end of...
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
Brother? You're not my brother.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Come on, he just said they'd be here. I have to fight you! I don't wanna.
The process of elimination.
Sight clear. Feast your eyes. Taste and see. Scanning.
Oh! Great! Lovely! Thank you!
Settle down.
I swear by my sword.
No, you.
Barely a scratch.
Let the mighty be humbled.
Die!
Bow your head.
Don't hit me.
Flicker.
Sight clear. And devour. Silence.
Why can't you fight him?
Justice is...
I don't want to fight. Hey, why can't I just watch while you fight? And I could just sit there and do nothing.
Come at me.
Dang, you're a fighter. Why can't
Watch and
I
learn.
see you
Sight
fight?
clear.
I don't wanna.
Diffract.
Silence.
Yeah, that's not working. Ice against water, or no, water against ice is not very working. It's not very working. This is hard without someone with, like, pyro. I don't really have anyone to pyro builds. Nor electro.
Flicker.
No, you're a foolish mortal. No.
Settle down. Be sanctified.
I really appreciate it if you die.
Breaking new ground.
Maybe I could feed all his so he does not die. Really? Just pet him.
Here you are. Silence.
Barbados, guide us.
No. Rude.
Settle down. Desolation.
I feel like doing James the most helpful here. Yay, I did everything.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Are you good?
Dane, what's wrong?
Do you need
Can you feel that?
assistance?
There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that
I
sort
do
of
not
thing.
feel it.
Paimon doesn't feel it.
I do not seem.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Leave you here on your own? Will you be alright?
The
I
Abyss
believe
Order
in
is
you.
putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
But are you gonna be okay on your own? You don't seem very okay. Alright. I'll leave you, Dane. Bye-bye. Bye, Dane. Dane does have a point. But something still feels off. What am I missing? Stare into his eyeballs. See what we are missing. Dane. What are you doing? Hello? Oh. Hi, Ether.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
Hi. What you doing?
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye.
You don't know that. Oh, that's why it's not going. I turned
That's
off the
quite the
auto.
gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
He thinks he can
When the
beat you
Twilight
up by
Sword is
himself.
prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone.
Or he's just killing himself.
I know you must have a lot to say,
Please don't kill my brother.
but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Please don't kill my brother. I quite like my brother. Please do not kill him. Please.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack.
So's the map.
We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on.
Oh, I killed it for no reason. It didn't even drop anything.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
They seem strangely calm.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
They were just hungry. Wait, I hear something. I do hear.
In the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
God. It was someone's
It
voice.
sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
Then I goes the other. They don't care.
Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly trails are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love.
Whomst are you?
Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
What if I want that voice again? I'm gonna break your boxes because I can. And you don't care, so I can do what I want.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
I'm gonna go bother them.
In the end, he whispered softly,
Host.
"Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people.
Oops.
When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
I don't understand.
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilly trails have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least.
You don't know that.
Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
No, I'm just gonna... I did not want to cook. That's what I wanted to do. Steal things from the hilly world. No, please. I need to find your missing person again. Is he here? I don't know where I'm going. I'm going over there. That is where I am going. Do not know why I suddenly have an accent. I got one. Don't know where to go. Hello, sir.
Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Really?
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Probably not.
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Now the missing person.
Huh?
The memory of the missing person doesn't even exist. See, it's just got even more complicated.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild.
I think
That's
this was
kind
all
of
a
the whole
trick.
reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
I think this was all just a trick.
I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
I'm thinking
How is that?
the abyss
Alright. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea.
undid their fake memory thingy. So now
Something's
the sky
definitely
doesn't
not
exist.
right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
We should check in with the others
You're right.
first.
We should narrow down the possibilities first.
It was
Let's
probably
go ask
the
someone else
abyss.
then.
It was probably the abyss. This all was just the abyss's elaborate plan. Just had a very elaborate plan to get us here. Hello. Don't know anything.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just as
I think
expected.
it's the abyss.
That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Have you seen him recently?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Where did they go?
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him, and apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
Time travel! I doubt returning to the past would be that simple. Given everything Dane mentioned about disturbances with the ley lines, I say it's more likely this is related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully what's really going on.
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, no one remembers him. Because there's been a change in people's memories. If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing.
But how would he magically teleport?
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now. Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? No.
Ah.
Baram still remembers him.
But like, you can remember.
He just forgot about the fact that this person went missing.
Well, I guess the conclusion is time travel.
Time travel is extremely difficult to perform. The current situation probably has something to do with the disturbances in the ley lines.
Oh, I guess we're in someone's memory.
Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory.
Whose?
Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time.
brain are we in?
That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
If we really are in someone's memory, then this is our chance to find
Right.
him.
If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf.
We can find.
Didn't Bayron
this-
just say
this
that
is
he
another
saw
site.
him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him?
We
Who
should have
knows
asked
how
him,
long
wouldn't
this
we?
ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Let's go through what we know so
Good
far.
idea. That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
Implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability?
I doubt it.
Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Planting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell.
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village. But I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location. If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion. There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind. Perhaps it has something to do with time.
Yes.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories!
What if we're trapped here forever, Pylon?
The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day.
You don't know that.
If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why
My
he
brain
makes
would just
sure the
remember like,
memories
oh, I
take
must have
place
that
at a
at a different
specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
If we consider this is in conjunction with what we already know, and the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. It's this lady.
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described.
I'm still gonna listen to all of them, though I'm sure it's her.
Dainsleif had memories implanted into his mind. Could it be that it's happened more than once? We thought Chief Amadea forgot about the missing villager, but it turns out we're at a moment in time before the village issued the commission.
It's her.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Oh, come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Because time didn't actually pass.
Yep,
Time
that
is
has to be
fake.
it! This is definitely Atosa's memory.
Pull the tree!
Yeah, that's where they'll be.
Pull the tree! I can't jump. And then, like, for a second. To the tree!
Yep.
But he, when...
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share?
Hello?
It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Hello? We finally found him, but why does he look kind of familiar?
Oh, right! This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Who are
Another
you,
time,
sir?
huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
Oops, are you?
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
How do you know who I am? You're... Factoring in the memories, the Abyss Order, the Loom of Fate, and everything else, I need to think of the one person that can connect all of this together.
The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the curse of immortality. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate. Dane's brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the Abyss.
My brain wants to go with that one, but that's just because Dane. Yeah, I didn't think that was
No.
right either.
That doesn't seem right. I need to think about this some more.
No, you don't. What about this one?
You're... Kari Bear Alberich.
Sure.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see.
Met you. I just know.
It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then.
Yeah.
This is Atosa's memory.
Brother.
I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Why are we in the memory? Where are you taking us? What is going on? I have no idea what that says. Hello? It's still loading, but I heard noise of like Paimon. Hello? Where are we? Where's Paimon? No proof of existence. I can't run. I can walk on the water. That means I can't drown myself. I was going to my photo of drowning myself. I cannot. What if I just leave? Haha, I'm going up to the tree. Bye bye. Okay, I'll talk to you. I can't even jump. What is this tree? Why are there floating islands? I didn't know this before. Are you good? What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness.
That's normal.
I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all. As you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
This is a rare opportunity for me as well. I should try to learn as much information from, I don't remember how to pronounce that, as I can. What exactly happened to you?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate. But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate.
Rip.
I was merely used as a means for its construction.
I don't know what that
In
means.
truth,
Rip.
I died the moment I set everything in motion.
Rip.
The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
Rip. is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
As for your
I don't know
question,
what happens when you die.
the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So that was the source of your ability to implant
Yes,
memories?
I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
Rip. So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted through the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of the Mara village. But why did you implant memories of yourself into the people of the Mara village?
Ah, that.
It was for the memes.
I was wrong to implant those memories.
It was a prank.
I'm sorry I caused so much trouble.
It was a prank.
Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well.
It was a prank. It was not a prank. You just said it was not a prank.
I wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
But you didn't. So that's why I wouldn't have never guessed. But is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living?
I know what you must be thinking.
You don't know
Why
that.
would I do something so meaningless?
That's not what I was thinking.
But I just couldn't accept it.
Except that you were
I
dead.
had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me.
Rip.
Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could
Made
live
fucking
alongside them?
sculptures.
No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if
Why did you go missing, though?
Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old.
Oh.
My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness.
Rip.
Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
Rip. In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Cambria back then. You know, everyone is looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me.
'Cause you're
If I could
dead.
exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all.
So I understand it. Oh, you didn't finish speaking. Oh well, I don't care. Even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence has a great comfort. for them. They all believe in you. Believe you once lived among them.
I know.
And that's all your fault. For giving them false memories. Also, where's Paimon? Well, now that I found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane might need my help.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing.
Name's Paimon.
The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
What? The Loom of Fate is already completed? That means the eye of the first field tiller must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But Dane never handed me the
That's
eye.
right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
You faked him giving it to me. Wait, does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? You made him think that when...
Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait.
Oh.
Hmm?
This. That's why he was... meh.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That's why he seemed weird. So when Dane rose up back then, it was because a false memory was being implanted in his mind. No wonder.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry,
Dane,
Traveler,
I love you,
but I needed the
you're
Loom
dumb,
of
I
Fate to be
guess.
completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
So Dane had the eye this whole time until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have done. Now that the Loom of Fate is complete, what are you planning on doing with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you. But I truly have no idea what the prince is planning.
Doesn't help.
Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
Probably.
After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish.
Rip.
To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So the thing that caused the hilichurls to calm down back then was his story. So that was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer the hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Perhaps. I think it was very meaningful indeed.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the loom of fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago.
Rip.
My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time.
Sorry,
But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Okay, bye-bye. Cutscene. Now you can go be dead, I guess. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. He's dead. Rip.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Whoa. Wire. Are you gonna run away from me again? Please do not run away again. Don't leave me. Oh, you're not real.
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
You could just find me.
Well, how about a conversation?
You could just come find me. You don't have to run away from me again. We don't have to
The
be
chance
apart.
to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
I almost can't believe it's
That
real.
battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean.
Are you good?
I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me.
He didn't want
Were
to
it
fight
not
you?
for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
What are you going to do with the Loom of
The
Fate?
Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time.
So you have it, but you don't know what you're gonna do
Before
with
the
it?
heavenly principles awaken.
The heavenly principles are still asleep?
Yes. For 500 years now. Ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the heavenly principles situation. However, the heavenly principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
You really hate the heavenly principles, don't you?
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful, even as a hilly churl. Seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. ... Lumine?
Yes. Yes.
You're the only one in this world who calls me that.
I mean, they could.
There's so
They
much
just call
I
you
wanted
Traveler.
to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now.
I mean, I have your name
There's
set
just
as Lumine.
one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand.
Also, she speaks!
Why can't we continue our journey together?
Because I'm dumb.
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember?
No.
A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together. You told me. You wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
This world can't
This
exist
space has
anymore.
lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Either. Why don't you just come talk to me? Either you suck.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy.
Paimon,
Paimon
Ether
woke
sucks.
up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured.
Oh, Dane,
He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left.
Oh.
Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
I'm having trouble thinking straight right now.
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear.
Mm-hmm.
He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
And I talked for a while. He told me about the Loom of
Wait.
Fate.
Really? What a score!
I guess the commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was all alone. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
He's dead. Don't explain all that. After that... I can't seem to remember. It's 'cause Ether sucks. I say Ether sucks, but... But like, he didn't tell us till the memory was ending. Maybe I'm just tired. I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember? You had a long, maybe long. It was a little bit of a conversation with Ether. I'm not sure why, but it almost feels like I lost something. Conversation
there
with
you
your bro.
are. Sleep well?
No.
Hey, Ron? You sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good?
No.
Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were,
He's
searching
dead.
away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened.
He's
Kind of strange
dead.
that we forgot all about it for so long.
He's dead. So that's how said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
If you remembered it sooner, we would have known that, oh, this is all the Abyss. And that is quite a nickname. Make sure you remember it this
I
time.
hope he's happy wherever he is.
He's dead.
And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
The answer is he's dead. That's where he is.
Seems
Dead.
like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
Is gone. The loom of fate is now complete, and no one else will try to change the villagers' memories.
Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Maybe we should go check on her.
I don't wanna.
If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
No. Oh, I have multiple achievements. Well, that's I think this is already gonna be long enough. Like, probably way too long. So we're not gonna do that yet. I'll do that in the next episode of me playing Genshin, because I'm gonna be doing that. My plan is to play Natlan after I do this. Depending on how long it takes, how much I have left of the Dane quest. I will maybe continue to start Natlan on the next episode, but I doubt I would. We'll see. But bye-bye. Bye-bye.